What do capitalism and democracy have to do with your health? Well, it turns out quite a lot, like your life expectancy level of a lot. We live in so-called democratic countries, right? We vote, we have rights, and theoretically our governments should be working to keep us happy, healthy, and chewing on Tim Tams well into our 90s. So why the hell are so many of us still kind of dying early? With all this intelligence, technology, wealth, purple carrots, and Fitbits, why are we still in such bad shape? Welcome to this video series where I take an unfriendly scalpel to the system and explain why democratic capitalist societies are accidentally, or not so accidentally, screwing up our health. How we are being killed slowly but profitably. First up, just so you don't come at me in the comments, I'm not saying capitalism is 100% evil. It's done some cool stuff like smartwatches, Ozzy Osbourne, and the bicycle. But when profit is more important than people, bad things happen, especially to our health. So let's break down the 9 big reasons market capitalism is kind of like a delicious but toxic Reese's peanut butter cup. Yummy, savoury and sweet, and slowly destroying me from the inside. 1. Capitalism creates wealth gaps. That's its whole thing. And guess what mirrors that? Health gaps. If you're rich, congrats, you can afford doctors, therapists, yoga retreats, and organic blueberries the size of your thumb. But if you're poor, well, good luck affording insulin and rent this month. In countries with privatised healthcare, health is basically pay to play. No cash, no care. Meanwhile, countries with more public quality healthcare, and a good example would be the Netherlands, do a little better, but still struggle with health inequality. 2. In a capitalist system, healthcare isn't a human right, it's a business model. The goal isn't to heal you, it's to bill you. Pharma companies, they're not out there trying to cure your disease, they're trying to patent a slightly tweaked version or modified version of an old drug so they can jack up the price. Insurance companies, they profit when they deny your claims. They're like that fair weather friend who disappears the moment you need moving house, except they do it with your cancer treatment. 3. What's capitalism's favourite hobby? Wrecking the planet, of course. We're talking polluted air, contaminated water, and climate change that's making summers feel like a hot day in Death Valley. And all of that toxic mess, it shows up as asthma, heart disease, and cancer. Plus, industrial farming floods our food with pesticides and garbage. And then we wonder why we're all bloated and irritable. 4. In capitalism, if it's unhealthy but profitable, it gets marketed hard, aggressively hard. Fast food is everywhere. Tobacco is still going strong, and alcohol, basically its own religion at this point. Add in constant ads, food deserts, and stress, and voila, you've got a population that's sleep-deprived, overfed, and undernourished. Oh, and don't forget the hustle culture, where burnout is a badge of honour and rest is for losers. 5. Let's talk anxiety, depression and burnout. All symptoms of a system that wants you productive, polite and perpetually anxious that you're not doing enough. Capitalism thrives on comparison and competition. So instead of community and support, we get social media hustle posts and people fighting over toilet paper. Not pretty. 6. We built a health system where lifestyle change is too slow and pills are king. Got high blood pressure? Here's a pill. Can't sleep? Here's another pill. Can't poop? Another pill. Can't afford rent and have crippling anxiety? Have some more pills. Not only does this quick fix approach ignore root causes, But Big Pharma also makes sure the prices are insane, so only the lucky ones get the meds they need. 7. Public health doesn't bring in revenue, so it gets neglected like me on a dating app. Prevention, not profitable. Education expensive. Vaccines for poor countries, not a priority unless there's a pandemic and billionaires get involved. The truth is, capitalism makes more money when you're sick. There's no profit in prevention, so they don't invest in it. 8. Western capitalism also depends on cheap labour in less developed countries, which means people, real humans, are working long hours in horrible conditions for next to nothing. Add in unsafe factories, pollution and no healthcare. Not a recipe for global wellness. And of course, mass antibiotic use in factory farms, which is helping breed superbugs like MRSA, the kind that doesn't respond to treatment. 9. Capitalism doesn't do long-term planning well. It's all about quarterly profits, which is why we ignore climate change until floods are commonplace. We underfund ageing care until boomers start rioting in nursing homes, and we only care about diseases if they trend on Instagram. And then there's governments. They're stuck in 3 or 4 year election cycles, so even when someone does have a good plan, they're usually voted out before they can properly implement it. So yeah, market capitalism could support better population health. It's not hopeless, but right now, the system's basically like giving your health to a bunch of crypto bros and asking, please try not to kill me while making a profit. In the next few videos in this series, we'll take a closer look at why modern food has less nutrition than in the past, how money is the dominant factor in health systems, exactly how market capitalism makes money flow upwards from the poor to the rich, and finally look at some possible solutions, some ways out of this mess. Well, on that happy note, I've got to go see a man about a dog again. So thank you for watching. If you found this rant interesting, then please consider booping the like button or subscribing to the channel, and have a beaut day. I'll see you in part 2.